Hello and welcome to the Football Fans Forum. I have a special guest all the way from Norway, Mirsada. Hello.
Hello, thank you for having me.
No, you're more than welcome. Introduce yourself, Mirsada. Tell a little bit about yourself.
My name is Mirsada. I'm 27 years old. I work in a kindergarten and study psychology. I'm a Man United supporter, big
Mm.
fan. Love soccer, have played it for a long time myself.
Cool.
That's my wherever I'm feeling sad or happy or whenever it's something, you can find me on the pitch playing. That's how I get off my frustration. But yeah, it's amazing.
Cool. What position do you play?
Left wing.
Really? You
Hmm.
left-footed or you right-footed
Yeah,
and you come in
left.
the
No,
classic?
I'm left foot.
Oh, you're left-footed.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool. That's cool.
yeah.
So when did you start supporting Man United, Mirsada?
I was kind of born into it.
Really?
So my family is Man United sports, or my brother. And then so I was just like he was that, so I was that. But then when I started playing myself, I just started looking at the games and fell in love with it. So yeah, it was natural.
That's where it just came from. What
Yeah.
was, what was your first Man United game you watched live or went to see? Did you ever go to Old
Yeah.
Trafford? Or
No, that's the funny thing. I've never been.
oh right,
I've been a supporter for all my life, like a big supporter, but I don't know why. Life happened. And then last year we had no, like 2019, we had some plans on going, and then something happened, and then we had 2020. We set
mm,
up some
mm,
plans, and then Corona, and yeah, I don't know. Never been, but I'm looking forward to it.
yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
Do you remember the first match you watched on TV?
No. I remember that I was dressed up in like a shirt.
Yeah.
I actually have it still in my closet, a Rooney shirt.
Ah,
And I had this like bandana of
yeah.
my on my head, and I was like the mascot of my brother, like watching the game. I don't remember the game, but yeah,
Remember the
I was
experience.
yeah.
What's some of your favorite memories of Man United over the years? What stands out for you?
I have three that pops into my mind. It's Ole scoring Champions League final, of course. Then
Classic.
we have this game in 2011, I think, against Arsenal. I didn't know you were an Arsenal supporter, but we won 8-2. I think
If
it
I
was
could
like
end this right now, I would end this. You should have done that right at the end. If I'd have put that question in the right order, that'd have been right at the end of this interview. And it had to be a
let me
bad
tell
one as well, didn't it? It couldn't be like a 2-1. It had to be an 8-2.
because
Thanks.
it was so funny because we were
Cheers.
yeah, you're
I'm good
welcome.
about myself right now. Thanks. 11th
There
in
was
the
this
league. Yeah, cheers.
because there was just this joke going out around like you ate too much. And at my school there were not that many Man United supporters, but there were like Liverpool and Chelsea and Arsenal and City and all these things. And I remember coming to school next day and I was like, ha ha ha, you ate too much, you ate. And I was like, yeah, I don't know how old I was, but it was fun. It was amazing. 8-2. I remember it. Yeah. I
Thanks.
still, when I feel sad, I still go on YouTube, Google it, or search for it, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, amazing. 8-2.
Yeah. Yeah.
and and then we have the last thing is when Rashford scored against PSG. That was
The
incredible.
penalty. The penalty. Or
Yeah,
the
yeah, the penalty.
penalty.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
a great game. That was. That was.
yeah.
That was a
It
game.
was. We were watching it at the bar, and it just went crazy over there.
Right. Tell me a little bit about Man United and how it's perceived in Norway.
So for now, United and Liverpool, I guess, are the biggest two clubs here. So it's very good. Um, yeah, it's one of the biggest clubs. It's always been like good here. A lot of supporters. We have like different support groups, like in different cities. We meet up. It's quite big.
Cool. No, it's good to know
Mm,
because and this is the nice thing about this channel. It's going to be a lot of fans from all over the world, and kind of, you know, how big the Premier League is and how well supported it is globally. And
yeah,
you know, especially in the UK, we just think about support here, but it's such a, you know, a global sport, and it's adored, the league, all over the world. That's why it has the biggest TV deals, because it's
yeah,
global phenomenon, it is, to be honest, and so well supported from all over the world. So it's nice to have fans like you on, you know, that people can relate to and say, oh yeah, we didn't really know how well received it was in Scandinavia or wherever. And it's just nice to have supporters from all over the world to tell kind of their story and how they support their clubs and why they started supporting their clubs.
yeah.
Who
It's quite big. Yeah.
who is your all-time favorite Man United player?
Um, Van Nistelrooy, the shirt I'm wearing now.
Yeah, I remember that though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's amazing.
yeah,
He was maybe one of the first I when I when I got like a bit older and I watched the games and I started realizing and understanding the game. He was the one that just amazed me. He's one of the most scoring players in Man United, and he was fast and he had the tactic. He was just amazing, and I think when I think back now, I think I could like kind of look up to him. He was just like, oh yeah, he played great. Yeah,
I'm an Arsenal fan, of course, but he was my favorite striker at your club ever in
yeah, he,
the time that I've been watching, is because of, yeah, because I played striker as well. So watching him and just what he does, he's just so smart. And
yeah, yeah.
I always talk about a football IQ, someone who has a football brain, someone who just has that way of thinking on the pitch where he's always a step ahead of his opponent. And he was just one of these players, and what a finisher! It was just brilliant,
Oh yeah,
really
he's
brilliant finisher. You know, he's one of my, as I said, as a Man United striker, he's one of my favourites, and there've been a lot over the years that I've watched. But for me, as an out and out finisher, he's my favourite of all time
yeah.
with Man United. So yeah, I'm with you on that, definitely. Who is your current
Good.
favourite Man United player?
Oh, this is a bit. It's Martial.
Oh, interesting.
Yes,
I,
it's
I don't know why I've seen a lot
and
of Pogba stuff on your
oh
Instagram
yeah,
account.
Pogba is great. He's amazing too. I think I kind of like, I don't know, but there's like Pogba. It's been a lot of shit talk about him, but I'm thinking like if you're in the team, you're in the team.
Yeah,
You're here. You're gonna play here. And I don't really care about all that shit that's been talking about him, the manager or the newspapers or anything. You're here. You're here. I'm gonna support you. And he's been, I don't know what's happened to him. He's up and down every day, but when he does great, he does great. And that's the same with Martial.
hmm.
People are like, here in Norway, actually, we have these groups, and they're like, oh, Martial needs to leave. He needs to leave. He needs to leave. We don't need him. Why is he starting? All this shit about him. And I'm just like, but do you see how he plays? Because when he plays good, he's excellent and he's still young. So he can still become a great player. Just give him time. If he just focuses on the club and the football he plays, it's gonna be amazing. But because when you see him play, yeah, he makes mistakes and doesn't get everything right, but who does? It's like I still believe that he can become very good, and that's why he's my favorite.
It's potential.
Yeah, I
Like,
like potential.
don't we all? Don't we all? You know what
Yeah,
I'm thinking about when you said about this shit? I know why there's shit about him, because as an onlooker from the outside, and you know, playing the game, watching the game for many years, I see why he gets a lot of shit. You know what it is about him? It's his, and I'm going to talk about personality on the pitch
Mm,
and the way he plays. And a lot of the times he can come across as not interested.
yeah.
He looks like he only comes alive when the ball's in his feet, and
Mm.
the movement at times can be better. And I can see what it is about him. And and people get frustrated, especially when you guys aren't performing well, because like you said, he's still young relatively. What's he, 20, mid-20s now?
Yeah, I
Marsh.
think it's like 24, 25.
Yeah, mid-20s. So,
Yeah, yeah,
and he's played a lot of games in his career still. So he's quite an experienced 25-year-old, funny enough.
yeah.
Um, they're frustrated with his inconsistency, and that's where the
Oh yeah,
frustration comes from.
absolutely.
So that's
I
where the shit comes from.
Same.
The shit comes from that frustration, and they're looking at him thinking, you can do so much more. Because sometimes potential leads to frustrations as well. So
Yeah, I've been there, and I'm like, you can do this.
that's the
Just
thing. So you're like,
show them.
why don't you just do it? You can do it. What's
Yeah,
going on? So that's where that comes from, and I see that, and I at times, and I think that's for another episode, because I can expand on it a lot more about Martial, because I've watched him at his time at Monaco to come into
mm,
Man United, so I've seen a lot of his games and the way he plays and how he's progressed. So we can talk more in depth. So that's where that frustration comes from. It's disappointment, isn't it? We want you to
yeah,
achieve this, and we know you can, but what's going on there in your head? It's a mental game, though, as you know. You play football, so
yeah,
a lot of it's in your head, isn't it? Before you go out and actually perform, it's your mindset. Is
yeah,
your head in the right place? Are you
yeah.
focused on
That's
the
why
game?
I'm. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, if he could just focus on
Yeah.
what's important, just see what he has now and what he can do, I think it's gonna be amazing. But
No, yeah, he's one
yeah,
of the most talented players in your team.
yeah,
Like what he can do with a football, it's just ridiculous.
mm,
His technical ability is just ridiculous. Just like Pogba we talked about earlier, their technical
yeah,
ability, they're just not as productive, are they? And that's why everyone
no,
hung on to Bruno Fernandes,
a
because
lot. Yeah,
his productivity.
yeah,
He's the best player,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He is.
and skill wise and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
he's the most productive player. Look at his stats. So you
mm,
see what I mean? Because sometimes he has a shocking game. He can be awful in a match, but he does two things probably decide the match.
yeah,
Scores the penalty, has a cross that someone scores from, and you've won the game. So that's Bruno Fernandes. He's so much more productive than these other players. So that's why he's been so important to you.
yeah.
Um, Sir Alex Ferguson, I'd like you to touch on that and your thoughts about the
Mm,
great man. I don't
mm.
like saying that because obviously that was success for your team. So, but he was a great
Well,
man, and he's
I
so
believe that
yeah,
everyone, even if you're not a Man United
I
player,
know. Yeah,
think that he's that.
still hurting.
Yeah, he's a legend, a genius. So many things to say about him. He's just, it makes me happy to talk about him and think about him. And every time he watches a game and the camera crosses him, it's like, yeah, happiness. He's amazing. He built a team that was so great, and he had so much respect. And even if it was like things going on in the team, they came out on the pitch and they did amazing. So he had this quality of keeping the team together, even if things happen in the background that might not have been good. But yeah, he was, he is and was amazing.
I, the biggest respect I can pay to him is because is is the way he would rebuild. He would know
Yeah,
when players were coming to that point where it wasn't quite working out,
yeah,
and he would realize he has to sign a few more players, and the squad needs a whole refresher. And a lot of coaches don't get sacked before that point. I know it's changed now, the football and the demands of football, but he was very quick to realize when his team will come to that point where that's the best I can get from them now. Now it's time for a new set of players,
yeah,
whether they're coming through the youth system or we have to buy a lot. We need to change this and then start again type thing. He's very quick to do that. And also his way that he would say to players like Van Nistelrooy,
mm,
no one's bigger than Man United Football Club.
yeah, Yeah.
As soon as you start
Yeah.
thinking you are, I'm going to sell you, no matter how
Yeah.
good you are. And I respect that, because a lot of
Yeah.
other managers would
Same.
be, I can't sell him because look how good he is. I
Yeah.
can't get a replacement. I'm going to have to kind of take this, back chat or bad mouth, whatever Van Nistelrooy was doing at the time,
Mm.
just to get through this season. Well, Fergie was just like, look, once you cross the line, you're gone. Yap,
Yeah.
Stan,
But
Van
I love that
Nistelrooy.
about
No,
him.
no, that's what I'm respecting.
Yeah.
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 I'm praising that. That's
Yeah.
great. That's a great manager for me. That's
Yeah.
a great manager, and that's why I respect Fergie and what he achieved, and catching Liverpool and the whole, the amount of titles they won, and catching the 19 titles. So that was amazing. So yeah, I got nothing but respect for him.
Yeah. I think everyone feels that way. Everyone that loves football is gonna look at him and think
Yeah,
those things because
I
yeah.
got nothing but respect for him.
Yeah.
And Ula, did we say Ula?
Ole. Ole.
Ula,
Ole.
Ula.
Yeah.
Ole.
Yeah.
Ole.
Ole.
Ole in charge. What have you thought about his tenure so far? 2 years, and now he's top of the league. You are
Yep.
2 years in
We
charge.
are.
What have you thought about his tenure so far?
Well, I think he's done great. Well, it could be better, of course, but with the how much money has he got to buy players? Not a lot. He hasn't gotten that much like free things to do. He's done great with what he has, and then he has bought, of course, some players, but not that much that he wanted. And I think we haven't been in top of the league in 3 years or so. It's amazing. No one thought we were gonna be here. And I know it's early in the season, but still, we have done great, and he has been great. And I'm just so sick of all the shit's going on. Like he needs to leave, he needs to leave. But how often are we gonna change a manager? Like just keep him and then see, because we can't change whenever we're like, oh, like you can't throw away everything that's broken. You need to try to fix it. That's how a good relationship and friendships and all things last. Because if you just, oh, it's broken, I'm gonna throw it away, it's never gonna work. You're just gonna keep buying things and throwing them away. So let's try to fix what we have. Because I think he can do amazing. He's he's genuine.
Yeah,
He loves the club. It's
no,
he's there.
I
He
agree.
has the heart for the club, and I think that's most important. He's not there for the fame or the like all these things or the money or anything. He's there for just the club, and he wants to do great. It's his club. Of course he wants. He wants to see them where he was when they were amazing. So I wish we won more trophies, of course, but who don't want, like everyone wants to win trophies. I just think that they need to come together collectively and be like, okay, let's do this together. Let's stop
Yeah.
everything and just come together, and everyone will just shut the fuck up. Don't talk shit about United again. We're back.
I'm still gonna talk shit about United.
Yeah, you can.
It helps me with my pain.
Yeah,
You're still gonna hear shit from me, Mirsada. I'm sorry. As
I
long as
guess.
you're at the top, you're always gonna hear
Yeah.
shit. The haters will hate. The
Yeah,
more you
and that's the less hate we get, like oh you're so bad, blah, blah, blah.
we don't get hate
It's but
anymore. We're
yeah,
11th.
yeah,
So
right. When you told me you were Arsenal, I would just started laughing because it's funny. It's not. It's cute. It's like ah ah.
not
Oh
a threat.
no.
Yeah, cheers.
We ate too much, so they're
Thanks.
too full to climb up.
What do you think about Ed Woodward and the job he's done?
So he's a great businessman.
He is.
He's not a sports director,
No.
and that's what United needs. So of course he brings in deals that are good and all these business things, but he's he's not what we need. And I feel like him and the Glazers are, yeah, not good for Man United. He has become this nod doll to the Glazers. He just does whatever they say. They say jump, he jumps. So he's not what United needs, and that's just my opinion. And I guess a lot of Man United supporters feel that way, but yeah, that's my opinion.
No, I did. That's exactly what I hear from other Man United supporters. They can't stand
Yeah,
the Glazers,
yeah, it's
and there's a lot of hate towards them. So you know what? I'm gonna give, you know, Ole some credit. Yeah,
mhm, bring it.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna just a little bit here. I got a little.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. Um, the club's not being run right. So I guess if the club's not being ran in the right way and you're achieving what you're achieving, then it's success.
Yeah,
They're
and
not
that's how I see it.
they've not given him all the tools to succeed. He wanted certain
No,
players. There was no Sancho. Um,
no.
he wanted another defender. They didn't go for Upamecano. He wanted Haaland. Haaland ended up going Dortmund. There's a lot of things that he wanted, particular Jack Grealish, particular
Mm,
players to make him feel he could challenge. So and he didn't get them. He got like other options and people he didn't
yeah,
really want, like Van der Beek. Why you don't see Van der Beek much playing because
no,
that was not Ole choice. Woodward went and done that deal because it was an easy deal to do. So
yeah,
there's a lot of things you've seen that are not quite what Ole wanted. So they haven't really given him the tools completely to succeed. But he's top of the. You guys are top of the league. So
yeah.
that's the credit I'm going to give.
Well, thank you, because that's how I also feel. It's the Glazers and Woodward. It just I feel they're just like poison to the
Yeah.
team. They're fans hate them. They're not good for the team. They don't give us what we want. They use a lot of money on things that we
Mm-hmm.
don't see.
That's right.
It's and they just want to make more money to use on that things. It's like they just want to sell shirts and everything, and but they don't give the money where the money should be used. So why can't we just buy the players that we want? Because that's going to make the team better. It's not like Ole has gone out and been like, oh, I just want billions to do whatever I want. He's gone out and said like, this is the player I
Yeah.
want to make this better. And this player will make this better and all these things. And they're like, no. So what we're gonna do then? We're just gonna have to use what we have. And of course the good thing would be to that someone else buys us, but who has the money? It's gonna be like
Your
this
club's worth
rich,
ridiculous money. It is like
yeah,
how much that's worth, like the investment they made compared to what it is now. It's ridiculous. You know what?
yeah,
Just looking at some notes I made that you spent 1 billion since Fergie left.
billion,
Yeah,
yeah,
2013.
yeah. And on what?
And
Uh,
that tells you when he said about sporting director, this is where not having someone who knows about football,
yeah,
you need a football person in that sporting director role, make
yeah,
the right decisions,
absolutely,
in charge of recruitment, making sure you're getting in the right people that are value for that money, because that's a lot of money and you've not won a title since.
yeah.
So
And it just amazes me that they
billion.
don't see that, yeah. If they could just be like, okay, we're gonna make more money if we get the players, because the players then will sell whatever shirts or
Yeah,
whatever they want.
that
But
that's
but
where a portion of it is just a business mind. He doesn't
yeah,
understand football. That success actually means you're going to sell more shirts and have better
yeah,
sponsorship deals.
yeah,
Those big sponsorship brands want to be associated with success.
yeah, of course.
So the more you win, the better your deals are going to be. This was so silly about it. That's what I mean about just
and
having.
no one just understands. It's just like, why? Because if you're so interested in this business, why don't you just take the time to listen to the people that knows? But yeah, but who's gonna buy us? It's gonna be some rich man that has
Not woman.
maybe doesn't have that, or woman. Well, and that doesn't have their heart in the game or the team, and that's just gonna fuck it up more. I don't know.
You just don't know, do you?
Yeah.
You don't know.
So it's scary to wish for something, and then it maybe gets worse.
Yeah, like us when Arsene Wenger left. Yeah.
Oh. I'm just thinking about 11th place.
Yeah, don't. Just leave it at that. Let that be a thought that goes through your mind. You know, don't store that information. Just let it go.
Yeah.
It's not important. It's,
Well, just have so many jokes.
Arsenal aren't important at the moment.
Well, no.
Until the 30th of this month. That's when we become important. The 30th of this month is Arsenal versus Man United at the Emirates.
Oh.
So that's when we lose. No. I fancy us. I think these are the games we're up for.
Like, we're gonna win 3-1. Mark my words out there.
No, we're gonna review it. Me and you are gonna review this game. We'll do
okay.
Because this is the interesting one. This is. We're gonna, if we can win something, if we can win gold in something, we're gonna.
But yeah, we can do that. I'm just gonna feel sorry for you.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So a successful season for United this season, what would that be?
Just bring a trophy home.
You just want one. You don't care what it is. Just one.
Oh, because I already know we're winning the league. So
you know that for certain. Don't
you? Yeah. There's no doubt.
Crystal ball. You read tea leaves. You got tarot cards.
I've just been like. Okay, let me tell. I have this
part-time witch. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yesterday, it's so stupid. I put money on Harry Maguire to be the first goal scorer
for yesterday's game.
Yes.
Wow, you just missed out on that one. That was close.
And it was and I put money on it, and he was, but no, he wasn't. And the odds were like 30 or something, but I just could feel it. Yes, I have these feelings about. Huh?
So maybe there is something of you that is like a witch or something that I don't know. There's something
magical spirit. I'm telling you. So yeah, just bring a trophy home, win the league, please.
I hope not. But
yeah.
I hope not. What socials can people find you on, Mirsada? What are you on?
Instagram. Yeah, just
That's
Instagram.
It. No Twitter.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not yet.
Oh well, I have Twitter, but I don't post that much.
Oh really?
I just retweet everything.
Yeah, I need to start doing though. That's another thing I need to start doing in this.
Yeah, same. I love Twitter, but I haven't just got a hold of it yet. But
whether it is just to annoy Man United fans, I think I'll just go on there and then start spreading some hate.
I'm just gonna actually go to Twitter now and just post like, I think Arsenal ate too much. I think I'm gonna get a lot of retweets. I maybe have like 4 followers, but okay.
Oh dear. Thank you very much.
Just thank you yourself. It was
a pleasure. Yeah, it's been really nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
And hope to have you back soon on the show, and have a nice evening. And see you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah? See you later.
Okay. Bye.